We are going to be taking on some of the worst spots in my home today, and we're going to find out how much of a shopaholic I am, so stick around for an amazing thrift haul. But we're going to get straight into it today. I woke up at about 6 a.m. that day and your girl was buzzing. Let's just say that. I don't drink coffee, but I was on some kind of high, okay? So by 8 o'clock, I was already deep cleaning my fridge, which is unheard of around here, okay? I'm not up normally until 7:30. So, my production normally starts a little later. But as you can see, it is a chaos hour in here. I have been avoiding this like the plague, okay? This thing has been nasty. I was long overdue for a grocery shop, so I knew before I could even think about bringing more stuff in, I had to clean out my fridge. This took a little bit longer than I thought because I went in a little bit further than I thought I was originally going to. But I started off with that big bucket that you saw, and I just filled that up with all of my leftover fruits and veggies, anything that I could stick into my compost bin so that I could, repurpose it rather than just throwing it right out. And unfortunately, I had to get rid of like a whole punnet of strawberries, which was devastating to me because I didn't realize my husband had bought, they're called like second strawberries. So basically they didn't have that long of a shelf life. And if I had known that they were sort of at the end of their life earlier on, I would have just frozen them to make them into delicious smoothies. But, when I'm working, I can't catch everything. I feel like I get mushy brain. And so those things fall to the wayside. Now, I had no plans of actually deep cleaning this, but as I was pulling out all the vegetables and stuff, I was like, ooh, there's so many spills and stains and all that kind of thing going on in here. It has been a hot minute since I've wiped down my fridge and it was in desperate need of it. And I have a lot of big things. As you can see, we've got a lot of storage in here and like a huge mayonnaise. Tell me how much we eat mayonnaise. Hardly ever. So I don't know why that's still floating around in there. Enough bubble tea ingredients to start our own chat time, and who knows what else in here. Every time I moved something, it was like, oh, that's even more nasty. And that's how we ended up deep cleaning the fridge at 8 a.m. But honestly, don't even feel like you're behind or anything if you're not doing this like me, because this is not my usual MO. I normally don't have any motivation to be doing anything at that time. So it's not my usual thing. I did have my hubby home in the morning, so he was doing the usual morning routine, getting everything ready with the kids, and I was just able to really zone in, zone out, whatever you want to call it, and get these kind of things done. I did end up wiping down the outside of my fridge because I think that was almost worse than what was going on inside, and I can't remember the last time that I did it, so that means, I've got to actually get in and get it done. I just used my typical glass cleaner because I was too lazy to find anything else. So I think it did a bang up job as well. It was looking really good and shiny. All those nasty fingerprints were gone. Now we are flip-flopping around today. We have a few things going on. I did end up purchasing some wooden hangers for the kids' jumpers because it was really annoying me having the heavier jumpers on plastic hangers because they were just kind of bending and not really holding up to it. So I switched them all to wooden hangers and it looks so much nicer. Like, let's not pretend this isn't also for aesthetic reasons, okay? That is half. I think I ended up getting them from Big W. They were like $5 a pack, and I bought a couple of packs to do each kid's rooms. While I was doing this, I did realize that my daughter's closet needs a desperate declutter. Okay, it's pretty bad in there. There's so much stuff she doesn't wear and I'm cramming everything else inside. So that is something I need to do. But I am glad I changed these over because it has been so much nicer. It looks so much nicer. I won't even lie. My son's closet looks so nice because I changed his other hangers to velvet and now his jackets are on the wooden ones. He's got the nicest one, right? I'm trying to hold myself back from doing the exact same thing in my closet. But if you ever wanted a hot tip for how to make your closet look nice, it is 100% about your hangers. If you have one type of hanger and use that consistently throughout your closet, it will make the biggest difference. I personally go with just the black velvet ones from Kmart so the clothes don't slip off. It looks amazing. All the clothes are the same height. It doesn't look like a disaster in there, okay? Because it can. It really can. And I also like to color order my clothes, or at least group them in color order, and that helps a significant amount. But we're going to move on to my thrift haul now because your girl spent a bit of money at the usual suspects. Okay, as per usual, I have been shopping way too much, and I thought I'd give you another thrift haul. Really been on my grind of trying to get the next year's stuff sorted. So let's get straight into it because we're going to be here forever. Let's do my son's stuff first. I've picked up a pair of pants for him. I think this is Bonds, and they were $7. They're alright condition. This is intentional rips. I have been really slack on keeping my record in my phone of what I've purchased for my kids' next size up stuff. So when I went to put it in there, I was like, I have not written so many other hauls in it. So it'll be interesting to see how much stuff I end up with. This is a piping hot jumper. It was $6.50. I always use my like 20% off. I think I had a 25% off because I signed up at Savers. If you're having a baby, that is the place to go for kids clothes. Okay, they have the nicest, oh, cotton. I'm in my buying cotton era and secondhand stuff is fantastic for it. But I am distracted, sorry. Yeah, baby stuff, like racks and racks and racks of boys and girls stuff. And I so wish I had that when I had my kids, because you could go in there and buy heaps and heaps of each size. Definitely the place to look. This is just a Enco long sleeve shirt. This was $3. So I was like, yeah, $3. Let me see what this is made of. Cotton. My sister-in-law is like trying to convert all her clothes to cotton, and she was like, oh, it's so expensive. It's like $40 a piece. But you can actually get really cheap clothing mostly made of cotton. It may not be organic cotton, but in my mind, now I know nothing about cotton. In my mind, once you wash it in your laundry liquid, like, there goes the organic element anyway. This is a couple sizes up, but I've got the space to hold on to it for an extra year. This was $2.50. Isn't this nice? This is just from Kmart. 81% cotton. We're not going to do this for every single one, I promise. Otherwise we'll be here forever. I got him another pair of jeans. This was Country Road. I know. $5. $5 for Country Road? How nice. So, 90% cotton. Fancy pants. I seem to have hit the jackpot when it comes to track pants. And I feel like track pants have always been a hit and miss with op shops because I feel like most of the time they're really worn and just gross. But I got a few, so I always stack up. This is a Target one and it was $4.50. I think this is Target as well. Yeah. And this was $6.50. Ew. I really do love Target stuff. Worth it. Last pair, we always gotta have a pair of track pants. Oh, this is for my daughter. This was $3.40 and this was Kmart. Oh, white, look at that. Pristine condition. We got the tracky dacks, okay? The tracky dacks are sorted. So I picked this up, I think it was in the girls section. It's a 3 to 4, so I don't know if it'll fit her. So this is a cotton on jumper and it $4.80, sorry. Oh, sometimes I scour like the boys section because they do have some really good neutral stuff. I mean, not that girls can't wear blue. Don't start with me. But you know, sometimes they do have some nice stuff that she can wear from there. So I always check there as well so that I can walk away with a little bit more, because I do not want to like drive there and drive home with like one piece. Okay, I'm trying to save the fuel. This I think is, why do these look so short? I'm pretty sure this is Big W, but that was $4.80. I'll have to get her to try that on. That looks small. So it is getting colder here and somehow I just blacked out and only bought like leggings, and I was like, I need a pair of jeans, just something a little bit warmer. So I kind of was on the hunt for that. I think I'd only purchased one pair, so I don't know who hit me over the head when I was doing shopping last year, but that just completely was not on my agenda. I needed some extra stuff. So she does already have this pair of leggings, but oh my Look at that. Who doesn't want a pair of Daisy pants? And these are Big W, and they were $2. I got this one. This is Seed. This was $8 from Vinnie. I hadn't been to this one in a while. I really just honed down how much I'm going to the op shops because your girl does not need to be there that much. I didn't buy this, but her Lola did, so these are cute. Just some little ribbon bike shorts. She got given a whole bunch of stuff for Easter from her, so that's nice. And then this pack of shorts, bike shorts, were from Target. Target was having a really good sale. I don't know if they still are. Oh yeah, $8. But they were getting rid of all their summer stuff. Yeah, so these ones just got a little flower pattern. We've got some stripes and just a pair of cute peach ones. Picked up a couple of t-shirts. I really need to stop doing it, but they had such a nice selection of her size clothing, and I was like, oh my god, she doesn't need any more. She doesn't. Oh, so cute. They had 3 of these in different colors. I don't know, this blue with like the trim, so cute. It was $4.50. She's gonna look like one of those fish. You know those fish that if you know what I'm talking about, that's exactly what she's gonna look like. But and again, this was from Target when they were having that sale. These were, I think, $3 a piece. They're quite large, oversized ones, and then just this purple one. I don't know, this was too cute to pass up. So this was $8. It's from Country Road. And I remember these being in store, so it's not that long ago that they had this style. It's just a little singlet, but that's cute. And then last piece, this was a cotton on piece, $4.80. Look, we may have a slight shopping problem, just a little bit. So I did pop into Savers, of course. I know. I'm getting embarrassed every time I stand here telling you how often I'm going to Savers. It's been ridiculous. As you saw, I went previously, maybe 3 or 4 days prior to when I'm filming this now. And unfortunately for me, they had a sign saying 50% off for today. So obviously I went back. I picked up a pair of these shorts. These are H&M. They're bike shorts, but they're almost like a knitted material. So those were $4.80. I'm pretty sure I had a 20% off coupon as well because... So that's for Miss. I also got my son a pair of these Target kind of like cargo style pants, and he's never really had anything like that. $6.50. Look, this was honestly a want and not a need. This is a Zara jumper, and look at this. It's too cute. It's knitted and like got this little ruffle hem situation, but it is her current size. It was $4.80. So I'm going to show you now what I bought for the 50% off lot. This is the stack. I got a couple of pieces like this one where it's, let's say like maybe 2 sizes or so bigger than what my son's in. This is a cotton on and it's $4.80. $2.40. I saw these pants the first time around and I didn't purchase them because they were $6.50. But now that they were $3.25, absolutely. These are just Target track pants. We also got a pair of these pants. These are Shein. I'm not personally a Shein clothing kind of girl because of the whole fast fashion aspect. But secondhand, whatever, we'll do it. These are $5.80, so $2.40. I also got my daughter a pair of these unused Kmart leggings. These were $5.80 again. Happy about that. And then the last 2 items are Zara. I feel like I've been really hitting the Zara stuff lately. I got these little bike shorts for $50 to $25. Anyway, they're just floral bike shorts with this little ruff. And the last piece was another Zara one. It was supposed to be $7.50. And obviously it was half price, but just this long sleeve top, and I love it. Okay, so it turns out I'm a massive spender and it's a disgusting amount of money, okay? I've been curing some issues I'm going with spending money and it's not been great, okay? Anyway, I did decide to go in and clean the cars. As you can see, outfits have changed multiple times throughout this video because I couldn't get my ish together to film it in one day. So bear with me, but both cars needed a clean out. Mine actually wasn't too bad, I know, but that's because we're not using it as the main car, you see. So obviously she's not that disgusting. We did just have a few little toys and stuff on the floor, but when we get to the second car, you'll see just how bad it was. I have become the girl who puts an air freshener inside her car. I use the Mason & Muse at the moment. She smells delicious, okay? I won't lie, the first 2-3 days, it's like, oh my gosh, knock me out with scent, I'm getting a migraine. But then after that, it like dissipates and it smells amazing. And like every time I open my car door, I'm like, yes, smell like this and not whatever funky dunky thing is growing under my, under the kids' seats, okay? Like, let's be real, there's so many hidden chicken nuggets in there that it's just foul. Anyway, we're about to move on to the boot and I want you to hold your judgment, okay? Because this is like the worst spot. Did I not tell you it was bad? It is bad and I've been ignoring it. Every time we go grocery shopping, we bring a couple of reusable bags with us. And when I say a couple, not like the 5 that we actually need, our entire collection, which who knows how many that is. How many years has it been that single-use plastic bags haven't been available here? Like 10 years? So it's a big collection. And I don't know who we are thinking that we're going to spend that much money, but we don't. So it's overkill. I did make good use of them because as you could see, there was a lot to take back into my house. And I do use just whatever bags I've got available basically to drag all the stuff back. And I do have a serious collection of pine cones back here. One of my kids at the park decided they could not leave the pine cones behind and that it would be a devastating moment. They had been using them for money, like each one was like $1 or $2 or whatever. And so they've been in the back of the car. And have they been asked for since we left the park? No, absolutely not. But I'm not one to break their heart. So I just threw them right back into my garden. So the things we do as parents. I'm gonna put in a little song now because I know that I've been yapping for almost like 20 minutes.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the wild. Let's just run away. Yeah, I could drive the whole along. Being with you is like being on the rodeo highways. Brings out the wild. I got a little crush on you. You say that I'm crazy. It's just the way that I get every time that I am with you. Your laughter takes me to heaven. I just wanna make you repeat it and repeat it again. Yeah, you make the sky so blue. No, nothing's complicated with you. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the wild. Let's just run away. Yeah, I could drive the whole along. Being with you is like being on the rodeo highways. Brings out the wild. I got a little crush on you.
I've had this little declutter on my list for some time. Well, basically any time that I've had to open the drawer, I've been thinking, oh my goodness, I need to get rid of stuff because she has a lot of her previous size stuff and even some sizes before that. And it was just getting to a point where I couldn't even put the clothes in or close the drawer. And so I did spend a little time decluttering. so that I could actually put new stuff away and be able to close the drawer. Those were the two main goals. But I have spent a fair bit of time decluttering lately. I've been filming my declutters. Normally I'm almost done by now, and we're about 2 months out from when I would normally post it, and it's not even close. So I need to kind of get my head in the game and just finish it. But I don't know why lately. I think because I'm working more, so I have less time, and I just feel not stressed, but I'm just trying to balance, time with my kids, editing, filming, doing all of that. So it's a little bit behind. If there's one thing that is my superpower, it is getting things done right before the deadline, okay? That is an ADHD superpower, and you best believe that's what I'm going to be doing this time around. But this is the current state of my daughter's bedroom, and it is a mess. When I initially came into my daughter's room, it was only just to do a quick tidy up and sort out this bed situation, because as you can see, a mountain of blankets had formed on here, and it's cold, but it's not that cold, okay? Let's be real. She doesn't need that many. And of course, as I started it, the ball started rolling, and then little by little, each thing added up. And so I ended up changing the sheets while I was there, because I thought if I don't do it now, I'm going to put it off for another week. And I'm starting to see that they need to get changed. And I don't want another thought in my mind about that. So I did that while I was there. It kept going. Of course, I ended up wiping down the walls, because while I was taking off the covers, I thought, I can see some feet marks on there. I'll just quickly wipe those down too. And I swear, it's the brain of ADHD, right? We just start with one thing and then we just keep going. And even though it's somewhat in the realm of the task I'm supposed to be doing, it's so much further than what I thought I was going to do. I couldn't just go in and tidy up and walk away. No, I haven't harnessed that superpower yet. All of the things that you see me putting on the bed at the moment, the mattress protector, the pillow protector, the sheets, all of it are from Adairs. And I have to say, if you are looking and investing on serious mattress protectors, Adairs is the place to go. Okay, I know I'm up their booty at the moment, but this mattress protector has been absolutely amazing. It is on the pricey side. I think it's about $90. Actually, they are having a sale at the moment. So if you are interested in purchasing one, now would probably be the time to do it. I did go in and look at this sale, and while I was there, I did have to refrain myself quite a bit. I am very tempted to change over my kids' duvets and duvet covers, because it is basically impossible to find any king single quilts / quilt covers. I'm in desperate need of quilt covers, and they're basically non-existent unless I get it from the op shop. And I want to be able to change my kids' duvet cover, so I'll probably need to switch it up to a double. Now, back to what I'm doing. I did spend a little bit of money, so I did go and repurchase my daughter new faux flowers. As you can see, these are the OG ones. I've never cleaned them. I don't think I need to explain that to you. And I mean, I'm sure you can see the buildup of dust on there, and just wanted to spruce it up a little bit, bring some more color in there. So I decided to clean them off in the shower for the first and probably only time. And I'm sure I'll make use of them somewhere else. But for now, we're going to spruce up her room. I did spill all of the outside of her jar all through the bookshelves and down on her bed. It was one of those home DIY things that I read off of the internet that failed miserably. It was just supposed to be bicarb and water or glue. And over time, it just did not hold up. However, I have been putting this in the too hard basket for way too long, and I have known it's been crumbling for quite some time, but today was finally the day I decided I would take it on and actually clean it up. But you know what, I am happy with the final outcome for these flowers, even though let's be real, it's not the best design ever and needs a lot of help. It looks good, I think. The colour all ties into her room. And we've continued the Australian theme. She has a wall hanging that's Australian landscape for it, and then this, and then all the colours match. So I feel like I'm getting somewhere, even though I've got absolutely zero interior decorating skills in my bones. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.